Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. Today, guys, Tesla was after pre-market, guys. After earnings, Tesla came down. Also, Netflix also guys calm down. I think today earnings was not good, but remember, guys, when stock came down, it's always going to pump. So we are going to keep Tesla tomorrow. We are going to look what's going on with Tesla tomorrow. Also Netflix. And probably guys, maybe you can see Tesla coming down to around, you have support around, I'll go to show you technicals later. But Tesla, it has support around 260. And Netflix also it has support around 420. Yeah, probably cannot break 430, but we are going to see tomorrow because tomorrow is the day, and we are going to see those people who holding a lot of shares in on Tesla and Netflix. Guys, let's go and hear the news here about Netflix before I go for Tesla.
This was the quarter in which Netflix cracked down on password sharing and introduced an ad tier. Now, the subscriber ad number, big B. Yet the second quarter revenue and the third quarter revenue outlook missed analyst estimates. What do you think that reflects?
Yeah, this is a little bit befuddling, right? Because one would think that just by posting that much of subscriber additions, it's almost triple what consensus was expecting at about 2 million, you will see that corresponding increase in revenue growth. I think what's happened is most people have taken the lower priced ad tier, which has kind of driven down ARPU. What Netflix had initially said was they would be able to make up that shortfall in ARPU through ad wins. Now we have to wait to see on the call, get more clarity to see whether maybe the advertising was soft, whether they were not able to kind of make that shortfall in ARPU. So that's a little bit of there's a little bit of unclarity there that we need resolved.
So just to be clear, Keith, I mean, are they not disclosing in any sort of detail that type of ad revenue?
No, not yet. So they haven't.
Okay, because I asked that question because it's pretty flat here. Anybody would have a brain here. And we were sold on this idea that somehow that ad revenue would be enough to make up for people switching or going down to that ad tier away from the higher price of the subscription tier here. If they do not make that up in ad revenue, then what becomes a growth story here for Netflix going forward?
Yeah, so let's remember a couple of things. So first of all, the ad business is still a very nascent business. This just came on board about 2 months ago, and 8 months ago. So they still have to put a lot of the plumbing, a lot of the infrastructure in place. That's point number one. The second thing is they kind of introduced advertising at a very, very tricky time. So the digital ad market has held up okay, but it is still extremely choppy. And we know that advertisers have kind of looked for a lot of flexibility. So again, they haven't necessarily given us any numbers in terms of how many people are on that ad tier. They haven't told us what the advertising revenue is. So again, we do need some more clarity, but it's definitely going to be a revenue relaxation story. It's a little bit, again, this quarter seems a little bit of a one-off. I think if you kind of look at 2022, the second half of 2023 as well as 2024, obviously their plan is working. The password crackdown is working. We're seeing that with numbers.
So guys, we saw that Netflix, when this news came out, Netflix was trading around 450, but right now it's trading less than 437 between there, guys. So Tesla also is coming down, and all of them is coming down, and probably Tesla. I notice now Tesla is always coming down when after earnings. Yeah, so guys, we are going to watch more and more and more and more. So let's see about is it there is a recession? I don't think so, but let's hear this one.
The data chart is out there, Neil, and it is finally, we have legitimate real income growth. Will we sustain that?
I believe so, Tom. Thanks for having me on. Obviously, there's a lot of disinflation in the pipeline, at least over the next, you could say 3 to 4 months. The most obvious is used cars. We know that wholesale auction prices have been coming down. That's going to bleed into consumer prices for used cars and trucks. Supply chains are improving. That's going to take some pressure goods outside of vehicles. And there's still some disinflation in trade with respect to shelter, looking at new lease growth. At the same time, we know the labor markets are holding up, and that's going to support real incomes. And if real incomes are rising, ultimately, I think consumers are going to go out and spend that money. So I think that's sort of the linchpin for why things are holding up better than expected.
Atlanta has a GDP now numbers. We came into the 2% statistic to 1, and all of a sudden we're migrating 1.2-ish on Atlanta GDP, whatever it is. I really don't care what the number is. But my question is, to the gloom, what statistic of positive GDP in America is a so-called growth recession? Is it 0.5%, 0.5? Do you have that number in your head?
Well, I would define a growth recession where the economy has a GDP has a positive sign in front of it, but that growth is not strong enough to keep the unemployment rate from rising. So typically a growth recession, you'd see the unemployment rate go up. So it's effectively a below potential growth state, Tom. But that's not what we have right now. I mean, you mentioned the Atlanta Fed. That number is tracking 2.4%. With very little contribution from consumer spending. I suspect that probably builds over the summer, frankly. But
Wow.
There's more upside to the economy than not. But we're growing above potential, and that means whatever unemployment rate increase you see sort of bobbing around 3.5%. I mean, it's probably going to be short-lived. We're not on a situation where we're going to see above 4% unemployment.
Goldilocks seems to be the moment that we're in.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much. And you see about the recession and the guys today, T-Mobile was pumping after reaching overbought yesterday. See, guys, see that one was pumping, and I think this is a nice play you can buy right now and get nice dividends. Is to buy AT&T and Verizon. Guys, thank you so much, and have a nice day. Bye.